Well, it was quite a few years ago. I already had my habit. I was addicted to the heroin, and I was shoplifting to keep my habit going, but I kept getting arrested and I was a terrible thief, and it's still, I needed the money to get my gear. And one of the other girls that I knew, I went down to the beat with her, just to keep her company to start with, and the first punter that pulled in wanted to see me, and it was a do I, don't I, and I did, and that's how I started working. I was frightened, I was scared, but you disassociate yourself, it's sort of, you go into work mode. It's how people get up at whenever go work from 9 till 5. That's how it was for us. It was just work, it was a job. Never had security, you know, if we couldn't bunk down on a friend's floor or settee, it would be a case of sleeping in the street, on the streets, which is difficult when you're working all night and you have to find somewhere to get your nut down in the day. But there was no security, and if you stayed with people that you know, because all your friends are addicts, it was a case of you have to give them, buy a bit of gear for them so they'd let you stay at their property. You'd wake up, you'd have to wake up with a bit of gear because you're sick. You do your bit of gear, you have a bit of food, you get yourself ready and you go to work. I used to go to work about 9 o'clock. It would be a case of finding your little corner. We all had our own little spots where you preferred to work because your regular clients knew where to find you. You do your first job, go where you go to do your work, then as soon as you've got that money in your pocket, back on the street, you go and get your first bit of gear. And that's how it would be throughout the whole night. You do a client, you go score, you do your gear, back to work. Do a client, go score, do your gear, back to, and that would continue through the night till the last couple of hours before 6 o'clock, because then you knew you had to get your money to see you through the day. And then it'd be repetitive, day after day, the same 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Every night there's a possibility that it's going to be unsafe, and obviously the years I worked, there were times when I got attacked or you know, abused, and it happens, it does happen, but you try, it goes to the back of your mind. You try not to think about that, because if you thought about that every time you saw a client, you wouldn't be able to do your business. You wouldn't be able to earn the money that you so desperately need to get your gear. The thought of withdrawing is, well, if it's enough to fuel you to prostitute yourself, you can imagine how desperate it is to make you feel when you're not going to have it. It's awful. You know you have to have your gear because you're going to be dog sick if you don't. And going to work is how you keep it, you fund it. So it becomes normality. It's a way of life. Well, I got arrested last year. And I working so many years, I've been arrested before for the same offence, for working. But this time I was given the opportunity to do the Safe Exit project. Now, through the years I've been promised and this, that, and you know, you think, yeah, because it's never materialised. So when I was offered this, I agreed, and once it started happening and I started seeing results, it gives you more of an incentive to carry on, and when people see you helping yourself, they're more inclined to help you, and it's a whole different support network now, and it's different to how it's been before. There's actually people putting their money where their mouth is this time. We're seeing results, you know. So when it first happened, I didn't think I was going to get clean. I didn't think it was my time. I thought my life would laid out for me. I thought I was going to be working forever on drugs. But yeah, things started materialising. I got my script, I got housed, and stability, started getting a bit of stability. I'm really, really lucky. My family's always been there, but because I was so ashamed of what I was doing and things that were happening in my life, I used to keep away, to stay away from them, because I thought I didn't want to burden them with my lifestyle. So I didn't very often see my daughter. I didn't see so much of my family. They've heard me say before that I wanted to get clean. I'm trying to get clean, and you know, it went wrong, and I got back to using. I went to jail, promising them that I was going to get clean, and meaning what I was saying when I was saying it when I was in jail. But when you get out and you're back with your old people and you're back in the lifestyle, you go back to what you know. But this time, since this has happened, I see more of my daughter and my family, spend time with them. They ring, I ring them. It's been great, it's been lovely. I'm more optimistic now. I see a future for me and my partner now. You know, somewhere we can call home together, see our daughter, see our families, maybe in a while get a job, a bit of normality, you know, what normal people take for granted, that's what we want. And I can actually see that for the future now. So many times I thought my life was laid out and, you know, I would never ever sort myself out and I was destined to be an addict and a prostitute for the rest of my life. But I would say keep trying. If you fall, pick yourself up and try again. Don't matter how disheartened you get, keep on trying because your moment will come. Mine came and I never thought it would.